Everybody, I'm wearing this hat. You know what that means? It's playoffs. Playoffs are in effect, and well, I mean, the play-in was awesome. What do you think, man?
The Heat are the best playing team in history. First time a 10th seed has made it to the playoffs.
I don't know if they're the
The best
best in
play
his.
in. It hasn't been that long. It's
I mean,
only
in
been three
recent
or four
memory.
years.
Let's see, what's I was pretty impressed with the Grizz.
they, yeah, I honestly had Dallas winning that game. I really didn't think they were going to win, but
Actually, you know what? Maybe I wasn't impressed with the Grizzlies. Maybe I was impressed with the fact that the owner and Nico Harrison got their just desserts.
yeah, fuck them.
I feel bad for Anthony Davis though. You airball a shot, you get good
Hmm.
defense played on you, and you basically just happen to come down wrong.
Yeah,
That really
he,
sucks.
he had a good game.
He did have a good game. He had a really good game. It wasn't his
Hmm.
fault.
No,
It's, they they'll
but
try to they'll try to blame it. I've already seen the Mr. Glass comments.
mhm.
There is a lot of first round stuff to talk about, man.
Yeah,
You got any
let's go.
big series on your radar at least?
I mean, I think the Wolves and the Lakers, I can see that going to a 7 game. Um,
Oof. I hope so. That'd
Other
be
than
cool.
that, I mean, I think that'll be the most intense first round set of games.
Who do you have going through?
Uh, I think the Lakers will pull it off. Sadly,
I have them in I have them in 6. I have the Lakers in
6.
6,
I can see
and
it.
I'm man, I'm excited because it's like we never got we never got that Kobe and LeBron. We never,
Hmm.
Jordan and LeBron didn't play at the same time, but now we basically got LeBron versus mini Jordan.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be cool. Uh,
Hmm.
Luca's going to be too much for them, man.
I think so.
Yeah,
And
that
it's kind of like I don't know. Luca knows he owns them because of last year.
Luca's just going to cook. He's going to cook
Yeah.
this entire playoffs.
Hmm.
You know what? I want to go down I want to go down the bracket.
Let's do it.
I folks, if you didn't get your picks in for the ESPN playoff bracket, I am sorry. If you did, 26.5% of you picked OKC as the champs. I'm sorry, you're wrong. But speaking of OKC, the 1-8 matchup, you got the Thunder versus the Grizz. Thunder, actually, you know what? Yeah, that's the sweep. That's the
I was
sweep
gonna
out.
say,
That's the
I
sweep out
think
west.
I could see that sweep if not Thunder in 5. I think.
Yeah,
I
but
just
not
don't
a
think.
but not a gentleman's sweep. Thunder are not going to lose game one no matter what.
Yeah, yeah.
This is a question that came up for geez, I don't know who brought it up. It might have been Bill Simmons on the Ringer about Oklahoma City and how they use Shea.
What was that?
So, they're okay, they're going to be good round 1 against the Grizzlies. But
Hmm.
4-5 matchup, Nuggets and Clippers, if the Nuggets come out of the
That's
first round and they face OKC, I don't think their youth is going to be I think the youth is going to hinder them this time.
I
And I
think so
don't
too.
and I don't think that skinny little Chet is going to be able to I don't think he'll be able to is it Aaron
Imagine
Gordon at the 4 or is it
it's either 3 or 4.
MPJ?
I think MPJ's 3, Aaron Gordon's
Okay.
4, but I could be wrong.
I mean, I don't think Chet can handle either of them.
I don't think so. I mean, imagine trying to post up also like
Jokic?
Jokic. Yeah, imagine trying to post up against him when you're that scrawny
Yeah,
and
and
he's just as tall as you. Fucking
and like the
much
game
bigger.
the game plan for every single team across the board should be you get Hartenstein into foul trouble.
Hmm.
And then once that happens, who else besides Chet do you even have?
Yeah, they don't have a real solid big man.
I mean, J Dub's good.
Mm-hmm.
I love his game, but he's too. I hate that little too small bullshit, but like he's too little for Jokic.
The whole league is too little for Jokic.
Yeah, man, they really
Everyone
are.
in the league is too small.
You think we get any drama in this series? Any chippiness?
With Thunder and
Thunder
Grizzlies, you
and
mean?
Grizzlies, yeah.
Other than Morant making some gun poses and shit, no, I don't think so.
People need to get over that, man.
It doesn't bother me
It doesn't
personally,
bother
but
me either.
I can understand why the NBA would be like, please don't pretend to shoot the audience.
For
Like,
folks, for people who it does bother, just go on YouTube, search JJ Redick talking about the gun celebration on First Take.
mm-hmm,
You you watch that and I'm guarantee you your mind's gonna change
mm-hmm,
because I'm sorry, John Morant's not pulling out a rifle or a Glock or anything and blowing the
yeah,
audience away. Where for one, where's he gonna keep it
that's true.
when it what the you, those basketball shorts they gotta stay up. Gun's heavy.
Yeah.
Shoot.
But yeah, I think Thunder Grizzlies either a sweep or a gentleman sweep, 5-1, or sorry, game five.
Yeah, going home.
Yeah.
See ya. Trip to Cancun. Bye bye.
Mm-hmm.
4-5. Clippers and the Nuggets. I got the Clippers. I got the Clippers in
Damn.
6.
I think a lot of what I've heard is it's going to come down on Kawhi. I mean, Harden will be able to score, but Kawhi is going to have to do everything else. If he can match what he did with Toronto, where he won the championship pretty much single handedly,
So I'm gonna pull it up.
then they can go far, dude. But it's really all depends on Kawhi.
Kawhi Leonard. Uh, since the beginning of February, all right. Kawhi Leonard has averaged 26.7 points, 7.5 rebounds. That's rounded up by a decimal.
Mm-hmm.
3.7 assists and 1.9 steals per game, with nearly three threes. Uh,
I mean, think about like Joker's doing though. Joker's doubling some of those
that's
numbers right
that's
there, dude.
that's true, but dude, also Kawhi Leonard 55.2 from the field, 49.2 from 3 and 90 from the free throw line. He looks good. If Kawhi can it's if he stays healthy and Harden doesn't suck.
Yeah,
Norman
I don't.
Powell can't do it all on his
I
own.
I think that'll be Nuggets in 5 or 6.
Really.
I don't see it going to a game 7. I think, yeah, the Nuggets are still a really solid team, dude. That's a really athletic. Other than
Oh,
Joker's not necessarily athletic, but he doesn't need to be. He's just that fucking good. But everyone else is like
it,
always healthy.
the wow. ESPN has the Nuggets 59% to win over 41 for the Clips.
Hmm.
And the jeez, try not to talk about betting too much because who knows how picky YouTube is, but uh, minus minus 3.5 for the Nuggets. Oh
Yeah,
shoot,
that's safe.
man, they were both 50 and 32 this year. That's nuts.
Yeah, but the Nuggets are just better
They are better,
by a lot. By a
but it
lot.
comes down to the it will do it's gonna come down to the coaching. Can that interim coach handle what Ty Lue is gonna do? What that championship winning
That
coach is gonna
is
do?
that is true.
Yeah. But, man, honestly, you're probably right. Nuggets will walk away.
5 or 6.
Yeah, that'll make a really good uh, second round.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Yeah,
the 3-6 matchup, man. Wolves,
that's
your
the one.
boys, and the Lakers.
That's gonna. I think that's again. That's gonna be the series of the first round right there that everyone's going to be watching. Not only to see how Luka does with the Lakers in the playoffs, considering he took the shitty Mavs to the finals last year, but man, that's going to be a good matchup.
I don't think that's going to be the series of the first round.
You don't think so?
I think the series of the first round is going to be over on the East. Over in
Okay,
the East, I should say.
we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
But I personally, I don't know about you. I've got uh, Lakers in a solid six. It could go seven.
Yeah, I was going to say I think this is going to go to 6 or 7. I do think the Lakers are going to take it.
Luka's going to be too much.
Yeah,
He's out for revenge.
again, he knows he owns the Timberwolves
He
because
does.
he beat him. He knocked him out of the conference finals last year
It's that
again with the
smile.
shitty Mavericks,
He
and
gets
now he's got a much better Lakers team behind him. I think he's gonna get it done.
if he gives you that smile anytime in that series, it's it's over. It's
Yeah.
done for. Uh, I can see LeBron being super solid this
Hmm.
entire playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah, win or lose in any series, I think LeBron is going to be more of an Scottie Pippen.
I think LeBron is viewing this as his last chance to win a championship. I really do.
With all the hints he's been given, my guess is whenever his next contract's up, he's done.
Hmm.
I could see next year being the last chance. Depending on what the Lakers do,
Hmm.
if Palenka can pull something out of his ass and
Yeah.
they get Mark Mark Williams, man, that that's a if they would have had him, man, that's
I
a
think yeah, I do too.
whatever. Moving over to the
Okay, yeah. So Lakers 6 or 7.
six or seven,
It's locked in.
locked in. Don't let Anthony Edwards hear you.
Sorry, bud. Love you, but
Oh, the 2-7 matchup, Rockets and Warriors.
now this is interesting because I think the Warriors are actually the favorite, aren't they?
Let's see.
If you've got it up, I'm pretty sure which is I think
Uh,
got to be the first time the seventh seed is a favorite over the 2 seed.
maybe this matchup predictor is just for the first game, but it's 57.5% favoring the Rockets.
Really? Okay, maybe I
Really?
misheard something.
I
Man,
mean, ESPN's a lot different than like Dan Lebtard or a Talking Head or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I can see this one going to a 6 or 7 as well.
Yeah, I want I want the Warriors. Do I think the Warriors will go through? Everybody on that Rockets team has to be on for that to happen because Jimmy Butler's been really good for them. But
I
I
think.
want the second round matchup of Steph and LeBron.
Mhm. I think what it's going to come down to for the Rockets is you got to keep Steph under like 25 points.
Oh,
I think
absolutely.
if you can do that and don't ever let him get hot, then you can win enough to get by.
And you got to keep Jimmy off out of the, off the foul line.
That is true too.
He's gonna playoff Jimmy's a foul merchant.
Hmm.
He's good at it
Yeah,
too,
absolutely. Yeah.
and his numbers all get better during the playoffs. And
Hmm. Playoff Jimmy might make an
yeah,
appearance again.
yeah, he's only mad that he just opened a coffee shop out in Miami. Oh
I
shoot.
so yeah, I think the Warriors might do it. I think it'll be game 6 or game 7.
Let's hope, man.
Hmm.
Let's hope Draymond stays out of trouble for this series.
Yeah. Well, you
No.
got Dylan Brooks on the other side, so I think they're
All
both going to
right.
get into
Well,
trouble.
If Draymond Green ends up doing some nut kicking to Dylan
Yeah.
Brooks, I'm all right with that.
And aren't those the two nut kickers in
Oh,
the league right there? Like both
yeah,
of
they
them
are, man.
have done it
Um,
before.
Not even Isaiah Stewart. Shoot.
Couple of nut kickers cutting it up.
Well, out east. Out east, gonna have some of that in the in round one Cavs Heat. That's a sweep.
Yeah.
That's a
You
possible
think
sweep.
so?
It's
Yeah, I
not a
think it's.
definite sweep, but it's a very possible.
I don't think it'll be a sweep, but I think it will be a game five. I don't know. The Heat do seem to have just turned it on at the right time.
Yeah.
And Tyler Hero is putting on a
Man,
shooting clinic lately.
is
Andrew Wiggins has played great defense.
can the Heat, even though Jared Allen and Evan Mobley are on kind of the smaller side as far as big men, can the Heat match up in size?
I mean, you got Bam, who isn't necessarily the biggest big,
But he
but he
can.
is a
That's a
very athletic big.
that's Bam is gonna eat Evan Mobley for breakfast, honestly.
Mm-hmm. So I think a lot of it's going to come down to him and the Cavaliers just, again, kind of not letting Tyler Hero
Get
get
hot,
these
yeah.
40-point nights that he's been having. But I still think it's going to be Cavs in five.
Yeah, yep. That's probably the more realistic than a
Mm-hmm.
sweep, yeah. 4-5 matchup of the East, the series that I do not care about. Pacers and Bucks. I picked Milwaukee. I am now regretting my decision for this bracket.
They did just lose. So.
Well, also Dame is out for like the first two games.
Okay, so I had heard that he was back, but I didn't realize it was after 2 games. I thought he was going to be back
He's gonna
the
miss
start of the
game
playoff.
1 and 2. They were saying
Okay.
he's gonna miss the whole first round. Yeah, because of this blood clot. Thankfully, it cleared up.
Yeah,
Oh, is it on right now?
it's over.
It's over.
There's a minute 20 left, and the Pacers are up by like 15, I think.
111.95. Well, you can't say Giannis didn't do his job.
Yeah.
Full box score. How's Cade doing? Oh no, right, that's the Pistons. Never
That's
mind.
Pistons. Yeah.
How's Halliburton doing? Halliburton just got a double double,
Hmm.
so they shut him down pretty well and couldn't beat them.
Yeah.
That
Pacers playing good team
sucks.
ball.
The bench was lighting it up for Milwaukee too, man.
Yeah.
Three guys in double figures. Oh, I see. Kyle Kuzma stinking it up out there.
um. Okay. Yeah. So Pacers Bucks.
I picked Bucks in 5, but I could see it being Pacers in 6.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is Dame. If he can get back before they get eliminated, they might have a chance. But if Dame doesn't come back anytime soon, I think it's going to be Pacers in 5 or 6.
I want it to be Dame
Me too.
time. The league is better when it's Dame time.
It is. He's definitely kind of like one of those Chris Paul
Chris Paul types.
esque that you're like, man, this guy fucking deserves a ring so bad, and he doesn't have one.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
And 20 years in the league, he's still playing 82 games.
Yeah, go Chris
That's
Paul.
fucking insane. That's kind of a crazy stat,
I wish,
really.
man, I wish Wemby didn't get injured with the blood
It's
clot.
it's not even an injury, really. It's
Yeah,
just like a health risk, and it's like you can't really fault him for that
no,
because it's
they.
not like.
If everything would have went well, they could have been playoff bound for sure.
Mhm. I think well, I don't know about playoff bound,
Well, with De'Aaron Fox too.
but I have heard. We'll get to the Spurs later. We'll maybe touch on them in a second. I
Okay,
got something to say about them.
3-6 matchup. The
Three
Knicks
six
and the
matchup.
Pistons. This is my definitive sweep.
You think so?
If
Holy shit!
Isaiah Stewart can keep his attitude in check, that's it. If he keeps his attitude in check, it's Pistons in four. Wipe your hands. See you later.
I don't know, man. This is a tough one. I think this is a pretty close matchup, actually. As
I
good as Cade's been.
Yeah,
Um,
I don't think that Cat is going to be able to keep up with the physicality that is coming from both Jalen Duren
mhm.
and uh, Isaiah Stewart.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. This one is probably the hardest one I think I can predict right now. I want to say the Knicks are going to take it.
Really?
I'm saying Knicks six.
Knicks in six,
Mm-hmm.
Pistons in four.
All right, dude.
Well, because I want that matchup in the second round because the 2-7 Celtics got it locked up.
Yeah,
That's
I
that's
think
a
that's gonna.
gentleman's
I
sweep.
think so too. I
Yep.
really do. The Magic
And
are good, but it's just the Celtics, dude. I mean, they will fucking shoot threes down your throat all day, and
yep,
you just.
Peyton Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard. He's gonna
it's,
do it.
it's all of them, dude. Every
Yeah.
single one on that team can shoot threes pretty
Yeah.
fucking well. It's insane.
They had the most threes in history this year
Hmm.
in NBA history. They beat out
Yeah,
the Warriors team. I honestly don't think we need to even touch on the Celtics Magic series, to be completely honest.
not really. I mean,
I
I think
it's
it's.
much like much like 1-8 out west. This one's pretty much it's spoken for already.
Hmm.
But you have to wait until next week for semifinals, folks.
Definitely.
Yeah, because it's
That's
not
all
there
we can
yet. We're
do.
not there yet.
It's not there.
Who are
We
we
gotta
to
wait.
who are we to talk about it?
Hmm?
You're sports people. You're supposed to talk about it.
We can only give predictions.
And my predictions are wrong.
I think mine are too, but that's what I think is actually going to happen.
Oh,
We'll see. We'll keep a tally of everything we just said, and
look at me being a rookie. Yeah, I gotta plug my computer in. Oh, you wanted to touch on the Spurs, man.
I did. I got a feeling Cooper Flag might be headed there.
You think so? I don't know, man. That's
Lottery
gonna be
pick, dude. The
awfully
Spurs,
hard
the
for them.
Spurs just the Spurs have had more first round picks than anyone, or number one picks
That's
than anyone.
Spurs chances. All right, so they can get it, but they have a 6% chance to do so.
But they can always trade up and stuff.
They could. They could trade up. Who are you gonna trade though?
I don't
Who's gonna who are the Utah Jazz who are probably gonna get the first round pick? Just even though they changed the draft lottery rules and the
know.
three worst have the you know best chances.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
mean, do you really think the Wizards or the Utah Jazz are gonna give up the number one pick?
I
Danny
don't know.
Ainge is in Utah, man.
That is true.
He's not
It
giving up anything.
if I am Cooper Flag, I will say the Spurs is probably the best team that I would want to go to play with Victor Wembanyama, to play with Chris Paul
Absolutely.
if he's still playing.
To play with
Uh,
De'Aaron Fox.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, over with the Wizards for sure because the
Oh,
Wizards
yeah.
just garbage and he will not succeed in there.
No.
Um, and Charlotte, I think he'll just kind of vanish.
Yeah, he'll get lost in the
Mhm.
not in the rotation. He'll start, but like there's going to be equal amounts of publicity on him, Lamelo, and if Brandon Miller takes a step,
Mhm.
Brandon Miller, you're gonna have to compete with everybody.
Yeah,
Actually,
that's just My thoughts. I'm
Okay.
kind of hoping he goes to the Spurs.
Draft odds. Let's see.
Also, you think KD's going somewhere else next year?
Actually, it came out that he he's not going to be on the Suns next year.
Yeah.
They're going to work with him on facilitating a trade.
I guess where do you think he's going to go?
Do you really want me to say?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yeah.
Um, I think the Celtics can get it done for Porzingis and Drew Holiday.
What? Do we want that though?
I'd take it. You don't have to get rid of either. You don't have to get rid of the Jays. You have Peyton Pritchard ready to take it over. Uh, you still have Derek White.
You think
Al
Horford is?
Horford. Al Horford's coming back for another year already.
You think
Already
so?
he
Even
already
if
said he confirmed it.
no shit, dude. I
Yep.
love that guy so much.
Man, it's go away ads. It's gonna be it's if it's not a contender, I don't think it's gonna be anywhere. Also,
Mhm.
and
I think I can see the Heat, which I know that's been like
yeah,
flirted with
OKC,
for years and years.
the
I
OKC
think he goes
reunion.
back
I
to
would love
oh
that.
shit.
But who would you have to give up? You might not have to give up
Yeah.
anybody.
His stock has gone down, I think, a lot in the last couple of years, but he's still a top dog, I'd say.
So, all right. So Utah, Washington, Charlotte, 14% chance to get number one, followed by the
Hmm.
Pelicans. Uh, Zion isn't going to be on the Pelicans. That's been announced too.
Yeah.
They're looking for a trade.
Hmm.
So you don't want to end up there.
No.
I don't know how this works out, but pick five, the original owner is Philly, but the current pick owner says Philly slash OKC,
Hmm.
which gives a 10.5% chance for the number one pick. Can you imagine Cooper Flag and OKC? That's a
That'd be a good
championship
fit.
next year.
Damn.
Followed.
Imagine him being that fucking lucky.
I'd be so lucky. Well, I mean, you go down the list a little more. Brooklyn has the sixth best chances. Toronto with the seventh. The Spurs at eighth. Um, Houston with the ninth best chances at the number one overall pick because of the Phoenix Suns. And well, tenth. I don't. 10th is Portland. I don't want Portland to get the number one pick
Yeah.
at all.
Hmm.
Jeez,
We will see.
holy cow, man! Brooklyn has wow. There's some teams who have a lot of picks in this draft, man. You gotta love it. You do. You gotta love it, man. You
Gotta love it.
gotta love it.
All right.
Cooper, find your way home.
Get to Boston somehow.
Get to Boston somehow. I'm gonna be really, really, really sacrilegious here. I'd get rid of Jalen Brown in a
Don't you fucking say that.
heartbeat
Don't you
for Cooper
fucking
Flag.
say that. No goddamn way.
Absolutely,
No
man.
goddamn
I'd
way.
get rid of him in a minute.
I would rather get rid of Tatum than Brown.
Are we doing this?
We might.
Okay,
We
why are
might
you
have to do
why
this.
why get rid of Tatum?
I just think who really won the NBA championship for us last year?
Jason Tatum.
No, he did not. No.
Finals MVP and Western and Eastern Conference MVP mean nothing.
To
Jalen
me it does. And actually, it isn't even the fact he played better. He won the games for us. His stats were better all around.
JT didn't need to shoot to lead the team.
because
though.
Jaylen Brown was just
Yeah,
fucking
Jalen.
dominant, dude.
So
You see
Tatum,
the dog in his eyes?
of course.
Look at Tatum's
There's
eyes.
always one. There's
He's like,
always that,
my
dude.
son Deuce is so funny.
Dude, this
And
is
then
the
Jaylen Brown is like, no, no fucking wife, no fucking kids. It's me in this goddamn basketball game, and I'm gonna fucking win it for the Celtics. That's Boston mentality
mm-mm,
right there, bud.
mm-mm.
That's the
Oh
fucking
well,
guy I want on my
I'll tell
team.
you what, man. According to Joe Mazzulla, and
With
I don't
that
know.
fucking wackadoo.
You
I
sure?
love him. I
You
love him.
sure?
He's
You sure
fucking
you a
nuts, though.
Boston fan
I,
there, buddy?
I love Joe Mazzulla, but he's a fucking nut job. You got to admit
Oh,
that.
that dude, he's Greg. He's Popovich 2.0 with his answers.
He's
I love it.
fucking weird,
But
dude.
man, he talks about he wants the kids in the locker room.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing that dude. I'm just
And
saying
also, dude, Jay,
there's a different mentality between the two of
you
them.
see the videos, man. Jalen Brown loves Deuce.
Yes, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that. I'm not saying that Deuce is bad. I love Deuce. He's a fucking adorable kid. I'm just
Also,
saying.
he's good at basketball already.
Yeah, he is.
What the hell?
Um, I mean, just Brown has that fucking dog mentality in him. I think just an aggressive. He's like, no,
It's a
there's
so
nothing taking
you know
my
who
mind off this goddamn game.
you know the you know how this is how I compare the mentalities. Kobe Bryant and frankly, man, Paul Pierce and T Mac for JT. What was T Mac doing when he was playing? This. Nothing.
Mm-hmm.
No change in, no change in demeanor, no nothing. Just I'm playing the game my way, and in turn, he was amazing.
But I would
Tatum
say
and Duncan,
Brown.
dude, and
I would
Tim
say Brown
Duncan.
is more like Kobe
Yeah, that's what I mean.
than yeah.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant for Jalen Brown's mindset, and then
Gotcha.
a
Okay.
quieter guy, Paul Pierce, even Timmy. JT
Hmm.
really doesn't trash talk. Neither did Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
I- If the Celtics win the title, which they will, Brown does get Finals MVP again, purely because he probably will shoot better and he'll probably score more. But Tatum's going to have the stats that he had in the regular season.
That's fair.
Maybe not the scoring, but like the passing and rebounding. They're going to match the career highs that he had this year. I don't think he'll lead the team in scoring. No way. But he'll shoot better. He changed his shot during the offseason.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't agree with you, though. I still don't agree with you.
I do.
I don't.
I think there's a lot of Celtics fans out there that do.
Sound off in the comments, everybody. I want to
Oh
know.
shit.
Yeah, I want to know. Because, dude, well, I mean, there are, man. There are a bunch of people who have that same thought as you do. It's
Brown, he's got that dog in him.
it's not like with the way the salary cap is now that the Celtics can afford it forever. They can't afford both
True.
of them forever.
Now I'm just getting sad thinking that they're not going to play together ever again.
It's like, oh, it's a while away, man. It's
I know, but
a
it's
couple
still
seasons
it's like,
away.
I don't want to see a Celtics without those two on it, honestly. If I'm being real.
Yeah,
I know I don't hate Tatum. That's not
no,
the
no,
opinion I'm giving here. I love
no. I
Tatum
know.
too. But
That's what somebody who hates Jason Tatum would say.
my dog's dying over there
Oh,
thinking
that's what
about
that
them not
was?
playing together.
Oh, shoot.
You can make it? I know it's sad. JT and JB.
Yeah, man. Not together anymore.
I'm just picturing their initials inside of a heart and then just
Oh,
a big
no.
old cross through it, like scraped out of a
Crack,
tree.
crack down the middle. It's over.
Oh, man.
One thing is absolutely for sure they need both of them this year to win.
Hmm.
And no, and he just talked about it in the press conference. No, guys, I don't want to talk about my knee. We're focusing on the first round. If that knee is a problem, I don't care if we win a title or not. Save your career.
No,
Don't get knee injections.
I want the title now. I want the title now. Fuck your career. Let's get another back-to-back title.
Oh
Let's do
man.
it. Let's do
That's
it.
ridiculous. Well,
You got an
at least you're
entire
not.
off season to get ready for.
At least, at least you're not like Brandon Jennings saying that Jason Tatum sucks.
That's just a lie.
Oh, dude, you didn't know? Brandon Jennings could also walk all over Pat Bev. He said that.
That's more believable than
I
saying
no,
that Tatum sucks, but
yeah, no. Pat Bev,
not
Pat
likely.
Bev's locking him up.
Yeah.
Good luck getting to the rim. He might tear your meniscus, like he did to Westbrook, or whatever the hell he did in the playoffs that made Westbrook injured. I don't know. He like ran into his knee or something.
Westbrook. That guy needs a ring.
The Nuggets were at their best when he started.
Mm-hmm.
If they start him, that's a better chance at them getting further. I don't think that the I think the talent is too tough though.
I don't know.
Series after series wise,
Mm-hmm.
because of how close the West is this year. All right, so like you kick the Clippers' ass, cool, we're
Yeah.
done. We 5 games, whatever, and then Oklahoma City comes along, and then you've got to deal with all that energy. And yeah, if you make it
Mm-hmm.
through, that's fine. But then what if the Lakers come along? It's like, oh great, now we have to deal with someone who knows the game better than I'm not pointing at you. By the way, this is for the audience. Better than anybody else who's played the game before. That means Michael Jordan. Don't be an idiot. Just you have to look at analytics, damn it. Oh, 6-0 in the finals. That's nice.
Yeah.
He only made it 6 times. Anyways, I digress. I digress. uh yeah, man, I just don't, like can if the Nuggets can keep up
Mm-hmm.
the entire time. If they can keep up the entire time, yeah, it's a finals bound for sure. There's a couple teams who could be. Better not be the Cavs in the finals, that's for sure.
No, fuck that. I don't want to think about that. All right, let's
Yeah.
end on that note before we
Yeah.
keep down these sad roads.
Yeah.
Disappointment.
Country roads take me home.